I think Harry's a f***ing twat. Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's f***ing life is hard.
Yeah,
you were the prince of a
true.
goddamn country who dressed up as a f***ing Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope? Suck it.
Damn! Harry is an idiot. He signed up to fight in the Afghanistan war. That was a dumb move. You're a f***ing prince. What are you doing that shit for?
I said,
He's a whining, whinging, complaining, woe is me, I'm the only one that's ever had mental problems.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment.
The royal rebellion that once captivated the world has officially imploded. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were supposed to be Hollywood's modern fairy tale, two people who escaped the crown to build their own empire. Instead, they've become the punchline of their own story. The latest eruption began when Kelly Osbourne unleashed a savage tirade, calling Harry a spoiled prince who played soldier for headlines, and Meghan a professional victim with nothing left to sell. It was brutal, but what stunned people wasn't her language, it was how many agreed. The couple who once preached healing are now drowning in the very drama they claimed to escape.
Been handed the world and every major contract, you had podcasts, you have all of this, and you didn't deliver because
There's nothing to deliver.
Yeah, because you don't have it. And that's okay. And I think they do have a right to privacy, but that doesn't seem to me what they're looking for.
Kelly's rant ripped through social media like wildfire. "You were born into privilege," she snapped. "You dressed as a Nazi and now act like the Pope. Suck it." The clip clocked millions of views within hours. But that's not all. She doubled down on Meghan, saying they'd been handed the world. Spotify, Netflix, book deals, and still delivered nothing of value. For someone raised in chaos, Kelly knows dysfunction when she sees it. Her point landed, if you can't turn opportunity into output, the problem isn't the palace, it's you.
You know, they were given far too much importance because what do they do?
The outburst crystallized a shift that's been building for months. Even the fans who once defended the Sussexes are tired. Their Spotify show vanished after a single season, their Netflix empire fizzled, and Harry's memoir Spare left readers wondering whether royal trauma had become a business model. Things take an unexpected turn, because now the narrative is eating itself. What began as a plea for privacy has mutated into a marketing loop of confession and complaint, a pattern audiences can predict before it happens.
You've got a great life, you've got a beautiful family, you're so much in love. Move on, get a life, move on. And they just can't seem to because their living is by telling their truth on the royal family. That's how they make their living.
Then Sharon Osbourne, never one to mince words, joined the fray. "They've been given too much importance," she said. "And for what? They do nothing. The reason this happened will shock you." Sharon's assessment echoed what insiders whisper in private, that Hollywood isn't cruel, just calculating. If your brand stops performing, sympathy dries up. She's watched empires burn before and recognized the pattern. The Sussex machine runs on the very misery it markets. Every project circles back to the same storyline, the royal family as villain, themselves as survivors.
Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just by Netflix.
Even the award shows couldn't resist. At the Golden Globes, comedian Joe Coy quipped, "Harry and Meghan still get paid millions for doing absolutely nothing, and that's just by Netflix." The room erupted, but the laughter had an edge. It gets even worse, because the joke exposed an open secret. Those 9-figure contracts haven't produced 9-figure results. The couple's documentary delivered curiosity, not loyalty, and their production company has been eerily quiet ever since. When Hollywood starts joking instead of calling, you're in trouble.
I said Meghan Markle is, of course, a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job.
For every defense Meghan gives about wanting normalcy, she's spotted front row at Balenciaga or launching a luxury lifestyle brand. And listen to this. Body language analysts now describe their constant hand-holding and public displays as performative intimacy, less affection, more choreography. Even royal watchers who once adored them now call it brand tenderness, the curated version of closeness. When every smile feels rehearsed, authenticity dies, and the public stops rooting for you, they start watching to see the cracks.
It's all just craziness going around and around, and he's turned his life and the royal family's life into a soap opera.
But public perception wasn't the only wound reopening. Meghan's estranged father, Thomas Markle, resurfaced with heartbreaking words. Even axe murderers get visits from their family. I made one mistake, and I'll never be forgiven. The twist? It's even bigger than you think, because Sharon Osbourne compared it to her own story, saying she forgave her father despite real financial betrayal. The contrast hit hard. Sharon reconciled after losing millions. Meghan cut ties over staged paparazzi photos. It painted her not as principled, but as punitive. And the internet noticed.
Cuddly, lovey, holding hands, going everywhere together. It's so disingenuous. It's like, come on.
By the time South Park released its Worldwide Privacy Tour episode, parody became prophecy. The cartoon mocked the couple's hypocrisy, shouting, "We just want privacy," from every TV interview. What came next surprised everyone. Even British satire show Spitting Image joined in, depicting them as Malibu royalty who fled the paparazzi only to live next door to Oprah.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
When parody starts feeling like documentary, it's no longer comedy, it's commentary. Their image had crossed from sympathetic to self-inflicted, and once that happens, no PR firm can reverse it.
You just think about her children. They have no family. They have their grandmother, Meghan's mum. That's it. There's no cousins, no aunts and uncles, no other grandparents. There's 2 little babies that have grown up that will never meet or know their cousins because they're not growing up with them.
The Meghan effect used to mean a sold-out dress. Now it means chaos follows wherever she goes. Actress Alexandra Daddario joked that Meghan ruined her yoga studio by showing up once. Suddenly, it was swarmed by paparazzi and fans. The fallout? Even Hollywood couldn't ignore it, because it proved how Meghan's presence turns any space into a media circus. From London palaces to LA classes, she doesn't enter a room, she detonates it. The fame that once looked empowering now feels radioactive. Even peers who understand pressure say the pair have become exhausting to defend.
I think they're totally lost. You know, one minute they're making a cartoon, then they're doing a documentary on them, now they're saving the world. They just haven't found their path in life yet.
So where does the royal runaway story go next? Sharon Osbourne's final prediction might be the most chilling. It's going to end badly, history repeating itself. And this is where the story takes its most dramatic turn yet. Because what she means isn't scandal, it's burnout. The audience is tired of recycled trauma, Hollywood is tired of waiting for substance, and even allies quietly admit the fairy tale's over. If Harry truly wants peace, he'll have to step back completely. If Meghan wants longevity, she'll have to produce, not provoke. Until then, they're not rewriting the royal script. They're stuck in its reruns. And maybe the most shocking twist of all is that silence, not exposure, might be the only thing that saves them.